Good morning. This is Brian. Welcome back to the ranch. So today I'm going to move the cows into another paddock. I have about an acre, maybe less than an acre, that I've fenced off for my barn here. There's really tall coastal grass in there, so rather than mow it down, I think I'm just going to hot wire fence that off and let the cows in there for about a day. I bet they'll have it mowed down nicely in about a day. So we did get some rain, fortunately. We only got about a half an inch over about a 4 or 5 day period, which I'll take anything. So that was a blessing to get some rain. You can see this area right here where it's starting to green up a little bit. That was completely brown last week. And the area that they've been grazing, of course they take all the green stuff off the top, and you can see a significant difference in how green this grass is right here as opposed to where they've been grazing. So just in 1 week, getting just a little bit of rain, it's amazing how things green up and how the grass can recover. So let's go ahead and move the girls. Come on. All right, so I've been grazing these cows for about 4 months, and I'm gonna see how well trained they are. They get a little excited because I've been feeding them pellets to try to coax them into paddocks. So hopefully I can get them without too much I've already put their pellets out. Oh, they found the green grass. They're probably gonna spend a minute or two here. Go ahead and eat that. So I'll let them snack on this for a few minutes, and then we'll resume in a few after they have a little snack of green grass. Oh, there they go. She's ready she's on the move. Come on, Dolly. Gotta watch out. All right, hopefully they'll see those buckets of pellets and just walk on in there. Oh my gosh, that was the easiest move I've ever done. All right, let's close the gate. All right, there they are in the paddock. So let's go ahead and close it up. All right, so I went ahead and closed it up. So this is coastal grass, and I usually just mow this area, but since it's good forage for the cattle, I'm gonna go ahead and let them munch on this for a couple of days. I don't want them eating my fruit trees, so that's why I have it fenced off. There's a lot of nice, really grass right around these trees that have grown tall, because I am irrigating the trees a couple of times a week, but they'll end up probably ruining the trees if I give them access to it. So this whole area over here, this is the larger area, but about half of it has really nice coastal. It's pretty tall up against the barn, just because this is the north side of the building, so this gets a lot more shade. And since we've been so hot, the grass has been growing really tall right against the barn. But I went ahead and just gonna give them this little area around the coop. All this over here is just burnt up because this isn't coastal. I think this is ryegrass, so it's completely burned up right now. It's pretty green in the spring though. So that was a pretty successful, easy move. So I think that they're starting to get used to just following my voice, knowing that, okay, if I follow this guy, I'm gonna get a treat or I'm gonna get fresh grass. It did take them a little while to kind of figure that out, but after about 3 months, that's all it's been taking for my cattle to get used to me moving them around the ranch. So. I forgot to turn on my microphone, so the next little bit of footage we're just gonna enjoy to some background music. But I thought you'd like to see what the chickens are up to. So you may have noticed that I don't have 4 chickens anymore. I only have 2. Unfortunately, the Aracanas passed away a couple of weeks ago. We had a spell where there was a lot of hot weather. The weather was anywhere from between about 105 to 110 consistently for about 8 to 10 weeks. And unfortunately, I think they may have succumbed to the hot weather, which is kind of surprising because if you look at the list of chickens that are heat tolerant, they're high on the list of heat tolerance. So are these uh, Australorps that I have. And I came to clean the coop one day and unfortunately found them both dead in the chicken coop. It could be from an attack from the other 2 chickens. So I introduced these chickens not all together at the same time. These Australorps are about 2 to 3 months older than the Aracanas were. So I introduced them at different times to the coop. They each would just pair up with each other and they didn't really mingle very well. I could see that the Australorps were pretty aggressive towards the Aracanas, and I thought they were finally well integrated, but it is a possibility that the Aracanas were attacked by the Australorps and they managed to kill them. Because that has happened in the past. Last time I tried to do chickens, I started off with 4 and ended up with 2. And those chickens were definitely attacked by the other ones. I had one chicken that was just really horribly aggressive to the other chickens. And, you know, pecking order is a real thing in the chicken world. And unfortunately, sometimes it results in them killing another chicken. Which is kind of silly because there's plenty of food and resources and water in this chicken coop. So I'd like to think that it was due to the hot weather. I feel like I built my chicken coop sufficiently so that there's good ventilation. I put a window in so that in the summertime, we can open up that window and make sure the coop has a good breeze coming through it and try to keep it as cool as I can. I do have a camera that shows that I have in the chicken coop so I can see what the temperature is any given day, and I can just check on the chickens when I'm not here. And consistently the chicken coop was well over 110 degrees day after day after day, and unfortunately I think the heat just got to them. So I'm a little disappointed that they didn't make it. It was nice to have those Easter egg or eggs. They lay these really pretty bluish eggs that are just kind of fun to have around. My wife wanted that breed, so I got them for her, and unfortunately they didn't make it. But the Australorps are doing well. They're still my favorite chicken breed. They usually produce at least 1 egg a day on average, and they tolerated this horrible summer that we had. So props to the Australorps for making it through the summer.
If there's one thing on my property that's a constant headache is these sandburrs. And if you don't get them under control, they'll just take over your hay field. So I've tried a bunch of different things to get rid of them, and the only thing that seems to really work is when I find them, you just have to dig them out and try not to let the burrs get back on the ground. They are an annual grass, so if you're diligent about digging them up and removing any of the burrs, there tends to be less of them that come up the next year. Earlier this spring, I did put some pre-emergent out that's supposed to help keep the sandburrs from germinating, but it also kept my ryegrass from germinating and some of the other grasses that go to seed that I want in my pasture. So that's not really a viable option if you have grasses that seed from year to year, especially if they're annuals.
All right, so I'm anxious to see if these cows are going to eat the clippings. I went ahead and bagged it because why waste that forage when I can feed it to the cows? They'll eat this. This is good stuff, especially since it doesn't have any sandburrs in it. So I'm just going to see if they'll come over here and eat it. Maybe I should put it in their bowls. They're looking at me. I'm not sure if you can see them in the back. So if they see me filling up their bowls, they might think that there's some pellets here, so. Here they come running. No, 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 stop before you hit me. Look and see what you got. Oh, it's not pellets, I know. But it's yummy grass, eat it. It's yummy green grass. Oh my gosh, you're still wanting pellets, aren't you? Well, there's no pellets. Sorry, girls. It's grass. I swear, these two monkeys. All right, I'm gonna get back to my mowing. You go eat your grass, okay? I just cut some nice grass for you. Go eat it. Dolly, go eat it. It's good stuff. It's not pellets, but it's good stuff. All right. I like to keep everything mowed to keep the sandburrs down and also to keep things looking nice. I can't believe you're turning your nose up to grass that I just cut, the same grass you're eating, you think isn't good enough for you. I think I have cows with a serious pellet addiction. Oh, look at that. So they go back to just chomping on the grass, but they won't eat the grass I cut. It's gonna be a long winter if you guys can't learn to eat hay that's cut. Because we got about 20 bales over there ready for you. This is how you're gonna be eating your hay, by the way, is off the ground. Get used to it. Not everything's pellets, girls. Not everything's pellets. All right, got the camera all set up. Put that behind there. All right, the sun's coming out and it's getting hot. My poor little heart is beating at 121 beats per minute, so I think this is where I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.